every single time I upload a video, I am always seeing Reading in the comment section requested to be rebuilt. And I can see why, to be fair, because at this moment in time, they are currently sitting 21st in the championship. So I think it's about time we sat ourselves down and rebuilt Reading. If you go on to enjoy this video, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you never miss a video that I upload. For this rebuild, let's go big and bold. Let's aim for 100 likes. If we can do that, then you guys are certified legends. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have yet to see one of my rebuild videos before, here are the rules. The main objective of this rebuild is to win the Champions League. I can make any transfers that I want, making it as realistic as possible. All games have to be simulated, but the Champions League final has to be played. Now that you know how this works, strap yourselves in and enjoy the video. Begin this rebuild in Season 1 with Reading with just over 5 million. I'm almost certain that whenever you start a new career mode with any team, you've got a 99.9% chance of having an absolute world-class superstar in the making in the youth academy. Check this out. Alexander Clarkson, 17 years old, 66 rated, got a potential between 80 and 94 as it stands. I'd be a fool not to use him. I don't know whether this is a good move or not, but I've done it now, so oh well, we have just sold Kissen for £10 million. To say I'm happy with this signing is a bloody understatement, let me tell you. I think we've just robbed away the best centre-back in the Championship away from Fulham for just over 15.1 million. And that is the end of that transfer window. This is how I've got the team lining up. I'm loving this variation of the 4-2-3-1, by the way. I know that I'm using this quite a lot in the rebuilds. Actually, I wanted to ask you guys something. Does it bother you guys if you use similar formations in the rebuilds? Do you want me to try a spice up, make it a little bit harder? Like trying to introduce a 3 at the back formation, a 5 at the back formation? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But this is how the team's looking. We've got Clarkson, he was a striker. I put him as a winger and he's gone from 67 rated to 73 rated. This guy's definitely going to be useful. Obviously, we've got Southwood and this centre-back that do need improving quite substantially, but they're both quite young, so I'm willing to give them a chance. If next season they aren't up to scratch, you know what I'm like, I will just get new players in their place. But aside from that, the team actually looks pretty strong. I'm not expecting amazing things this season. It all depends on how the players play, if they improve quite substantially as the season goes on, but I would like to think that we could do quite well, maybe finishing a playoff position. Okay, so we're in the midway point of this season, and in the Championship we are 15th in the league. It's not too bad. We're kind of in the middle of the Championship, I suppose. Like I did say to you guys just though, I'm not expecting amazing things. Yes, I would have liked the playoffs. It doesn't look like that's going to happen this season, but definitely next season, without a shadow of a doubt, with the players that I intend to bring in, we're going to be pushing for promotion. I'll be honest with you, we didn't do anything in that transfer window, purely because in the first transfer window we blew all of our money on this guy, and to be fair, I don't regret it. He's gonna be worth it. Look at his growth already, and this is only the first season. Speaking of growth, it looks like the entire team's grown really. We've got a keeper 70 rated now. I definitely think we're gonna have to invest in another centre-back for Holmes. I don't think he's gonna be good enough to cut the mustard. I'm an absolute idiot. McIntyre has been on the subs bench the entire time and I haven't utilised him. Shit the bed. But this does mean now that we've got an entire team over 70 rated, which is exactly where you want to be. And as well as that, considering I've only brought 1 or 2 players in, obviously I brought Clarkson in from the youth academy and I brought in this guy. I'm not saying his name because I won't be able to pronounce it. I've only brought these 2 players in, and this team is actually naturally quite a young team, to be fair. They're all in the 20s. Obviously, we've got Yadom in his 30s, fair enough, but apart from him, everybody is actually relatively young. So this is pretty decent. We've got a foundation to build upon now. Hopefully by the end of the season we can push for like a top 10 finish. I'm not expecting anything spectacular, but next season we will be going for promotion. And at the end of the season we do end up in the top 10. It's actually pretty decent considering where we were at the midway point of the season. I ain't gonna lie, it's not the best start to this rebuild, but at the same time all we were supposed to do in this first season was develop the team, get a little bit of a foundation to build upon, get a decent finish and work our way up from there. And I reckon that's exactly what we've done. Meanwhile, it was Leeds United who won the FA Cup in a stunning turn of events, beating Liverpool. Liverpool did win the Carabao Cup though. Roma won the Europa Conference League, Benfica won the Europa League, and Man City won the Champions League. We had to deal with a lot of bullshit this season. We had a couple of injuries with our best players. Clarkson and Swift did both have injuries for quite some time, so realistically speaking, finishing 9th wasn't actually that bad. But Miete did do well, 23 goal contributions, 46 games. Alexander Clarkson improved 11 overall this season. Holy shit. I'm very excited for Season 2 though. If we're doing this in Season 1 with the team how it is, watch me in Season 2. In Season 2, we've been given just over 7 million. And we have begun this transfer window by bringing in a couple of free agents. The first one being an Argentinian goalkeeper, Gaston Gomez, and the Irish centre-back, Darragh. Meanwhile, we have just sold Lucas João for just over 4 million. We have just sent out Femi Aziz on a 2-year loan deal. We have found our left-back in Lee Buchanan from Derby County for just over 3.5 million. We've also just sent out Mamadi Kamara on a 2-year loan deal. We have brought in yet another player. This time it is the Dutch winger Tahith Chong, and we have brought him over from Manchester United for just over 5 million. We have just sold a couple of players, the first one being Felipe Araruna for just under $1 million, and we've also just sold Nyland for 770,000. We have also just sent out Alan Halilovic out on a 1-year loan deal. We have also just sent out Carl Hine on a 2-year loan deal. And after that transfer window, which was actually pretty damn busy, this is how we got the team looking. It is a much improved team when you compare it to last year's team. I mean, we've got a better keeper. Our defense is actually looking pretty sharp now with the addition of Luke Buchanan. Hopefully this season we can push for promotion. I'd like a playoff position. I'm not expecting automatic promotion, don't get me wrong. I'm not unrealistic, but I would like to think our team is strong enough to push for playoff promotion. So at the midway point of this season, we are well in contention for promotion. We are in the playoffs. We are just about in the playoffs, to be fair. Millwall, QPR are joint on points with us. We're only there on goal difference, so I'd like us to pick up more wins in the second half of the season. But for the midway point of this season, we're in a damn good place to be. We have started this transfer window by bringing in that second striker that I was talking about. We have brought in Domenico Bustos. The Colombian has come on a free. We have brought in another fullback by the name of Jay De Silva from Bristol City for just over 4 million, and I'll explain why after the transfer window is over. And that is the end of that transfer window, and this is how I have got the team looking, and it has substantially improved since we last saw it. So in regards to the fullback position, so basically Yaya Dom is 31 now, and he's not going to improve much more after that age. He's 74 rated, and next season I will most likely sell him. That's where we've got Lee Buchanan going into that right back position and Josh De Silva going into that left back position. I must admit though, I will be very disappointed if we don't get promoted this year, or at least make the playoffs. So we are at the end of the season now. We have finally made it to the playoffs. It took us 2 seasons, but we did it in the end. Norwich and Brighton, it's always them, parent. Let's be honest. Whenever we're in the Championship, it is always Norwich and Brighton going up automatically, but that's not important. What's important is we are in the playoffs with Bournemouth, Brentford and QPR. So we faced off against Bournemouth in the semi-finals of the playoffs, beating them 3-2 on aggregate overall, narrowly getting to the final. QPR beat Brentford in that. I'm quite shocked at that, to be fair. I thought Brentford would have wiped the floor with QPR. So it is ourselves and QPR in contention for the promotion. I am hoping that it is us. Come on! It is Reading. We are back into the Premier League. It took us 2 seasons so far in this rebuild, but we are on the right path. We are into the Premier League. Hopefully that means our budget skyrockets. Meanwhile, Chelsea won the FA Cup. West Ham are officially massive. Feyenoord beat the Bottle Jobs to win the Europa Conference League. Milan won the Europa League. And Barcelona won the Champions League. Definitely some impressive stats to look at here. We've got 4 players in the double figures, and it's ironically our front 4. Chong, I reckon we definitely did a good bit of business bringing this guy in here. He's gone up to 77 rated overall, 23 years old, 16 goal contributions this season. Algeria got 22 goal contributions this season, going up to 78 rated. The boy Clarkson, like, what more can we say about this guy? And our striker Yacoub Miete got 31 goal contributions this season. Very good stuff. Hopefully, now that we are in the Premier League, we do get a lot more money to work with, because I can't see us doing much with the money that we've been given so far. We begin our first season in the Premier League with just under 50 million. So we've got a little bit of catching up to do with you guys. So Danny Drinkwater did leave on a pre-contract agreement. I mean, he was aging and he's not that good, I'll be honest with you. So I wasn't really too asked about renewing his contract. Swift left for about 7.5 million because he wasn't happy for some reason with his contract, even though I'd renewed it. EA really need to sort that out. That happens too often on this game. And Tetek has also left on a 1-year loan deal. We are brought in for a position that was in a dire need of an upgrade, especially now that we're in the Premier League. We have brought in the Argentinian keeper Juan Musso away from Bergamo Calcio for just under 24 million. We've definitely spent some money wisely this time. We are brought in for a position that we definitely needed to upgrade, especially now that we're in the Premier League. We have brought in the central defensive midfielder Kiadi Bear. I am really sorry if I pronounced that wrong, but nevertheless we have brought him over from RCD Espanyol for 22 million on the dot. Meanwhile, we have just sold Andy Renam Hotter for just over 2.5 million. million. Meanwhile, we have just brought in a couple of free agents, starting with the Mexican striker Santiago Munoz and this goalkeeper for a little bit of squad depth. We have also just managed to bring in the English youngster Dane Scarlett on a free. What I'm going to do with this guy though is send him straight out on loan. Meanwhile, we just sent out Luke Southwood on a 2-year loan deal. And this is how we got the team looking after that transfer window has come to an end. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 players over 80 rated. That might just book us a place in the Premier League for next season. We may not have to worry too much about surviving. We've got a 74 rated player and a 73 rated player on the team, which isn't ideal. I remember Buchanan being really good for me in the Derby County rebuild, but this rebuild, he hasn't really done that well, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm hoping that our front four are on form this season because we're going to be heavily reliant on them to get us some goals and get us some wins. So at the midway point of this season, we are doing exceptionally well. We are top 10 at the midway point of the very first season we're in the Premier League. What is going on? How are we doing so well? We've got players in our team that have no right to really play in the Premier League. They're not good enough in my opinion yet, and yet we're top 10. That is mad. So we have sent out both the strikers that we bought at the start of the season on a 2-year loan deal. Meanwhile, we have just sold Domenico Bustos for $8.5 million. Considering we got him on a free, that's pretty decent. And speaking of free players, we have just brought in Ainsley Maitland-Niles for absolutely nothing. And this is how we got the team lining up going into the second half of this season. And if we'd done that well at the first half of the season, there's no saying that we can't get European football for next season. I mean, if you actually look at the team, there's just a couple of spots that we need to improve. Otherwise, it's actually a decent team. Dong's impressed me, 24 years old, 79 rated. He's grown a couple and he's doing pretty well, to be fair. It's actually surprising how quickly we've turned this team around. Like, when we first started with this team 3 seasons ago, it was nowhere near ready for the Premier League, and now look at it, thriving in the Premier League. But like I say, hopefully we can finish in a European spot. That would be incredible in the first season in the Premier League. And at the end of this season, we did finish mid-table, which, when you consider the fact we're a newly promoted team, is freaking incredible. I think if next season we can get a couple more signings in that are very, very good, we are looking at a European spot next season. Meanwhile, MK Dons pulled off the shock of the freaking century by beating Liverpool to win the FA Cup. What is going on in this rebuild? We did make it to the Carabao Cup final. Unfortunately, we failed at the last hurdle by losing to United. Villarreal won the Europa Conference League, Bergamo Calcio won the Europa League, and Man City won the Champions League. Considering this is our first season in the Premier League, Miete is doing incredibly well, holding his own up top. 24 goals, 1 assist in 47 games. It isn't bad going at all. He scored 19 goals in the Premier League out of 38 apps. That is pretty decent going, to be fair. Clarkson, oh my god, this guy's just incredible, and let's be totally honest. Algeria did alright, to be fair, as well. 14 goals, 7 assists. Chong, he could have done a little bit better. I thought he'd have got double figures at least, but there is always next season for that. Like I've just told you guys though, if we can get a couple more signings, we are definitely looking at European football very soon. So to begin this season, we have been given just under 35 million. Our scouting system has come in clutch because we have picked up this Spanish regen. I'm not too sure whose regen it is. It might be Sergio Ramos. I'm not too sure though. Either way, he's 20 years old and already 80 rated. We have also picked these 3 players up, starting with the French winger Thomas Aubrey on a free. We have also picked up Omar Avdik, and lastly we picked up Alfonso Aurelio. Meanwhile, we have just sent out 2 players on loan, Elliot Francois and Dorset. We have also just sold Josh Laurent for just under 5 million. We have found our left back in Munoz. The Spaniard has come for just over 25 million. We have also just sent out Carl Hein on a 1-year loan deal. And we draw to an end an exceptionally busy transfer window. This is how we got the team looking. The new and improved defence, they're all above 80 rated thanks to Ortiz and Munoz's addition to the squad. I'm putting a lot of faith in this guy. Actually, I'm not putting a lot of faith in him. I'm putting a shit ton of faith in Avdik to come through for me. He's only 19. That's the only reason I'm giving him a shot in the first 11. If he doesn't improve by the midway point of the season by at least 2, he's out. But this season, I must admit, I'm very confident we are going to get a European spot for next season. So we are at the midway point of this season, and we have gone backwards. We're in the bottom 10. It's not all bad, I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, there's a lot more room for improvement within the squad, so we can't be too disappointed. However, the latter stages of this season, we need to pick up some wins. We need to find some form because I really really want to get a European spot for next season. And this is how the team looks after that transfer window has come to an end, and realistically speaking, we should be hitting European football next year with how good this team is. There's literally one spot where we're actually quite weak, and that's the central midfielder role. Other than that, this team is actually brilliant. Hopefully in the second half of this season we can find some form and get some wins. I'm almost certain we've got Europe now. We've finished 7th in the league in the second season in the Premier League. I am absolutely freaking buzzing with this. It took us 4 seasons to do it, but I'm almost certain that 7th place guarantees Conference League football for next season. Europa Conference League, of course, not the actual Conference League. Meanwhile, Manchester United won the FA Cup, Man City won the Carabao Cup, Roma ended up winning the Europa Conference League, Madrid won the Europa League because Madrid and Chelsea should definitely be in the Europa League, and Barcelona won the Champions League. Considering we've had our most successful season yet, our players didn't really do that well on stats. I mean, a lot of players have actually got involved with the goals, but no one's actually really stood out, apart from Miete and Clarkson, of course. Miete, I don't want to get rid of him, to be honest. He's been so reliable for us. He's got 26 goal contributions in 45 games. Clarkson got 17 goal contributions in 45 games as well. CDM Bear got 16 goal contributions from that CDM role. That isn't bad going at all. Our players are starting to really come into their own, and it is brilliant to see. I really don't want to get rid of this guy, but I might cash in on him because we've got 2 strikers who are young and ready for that starting 11. I must admit, if we can get a better transfer budget for next season and put it all into that central midfielder role, we are rolling next season. So we begin this season with just under 68 million. And we have begun our transfer window by sending out Carl Hahn on a 2-year loan move again. And we've also just sold Jay De Silva for just over 8.5 million. And the first player we end up buying this transfer window is Scott McTominay for 30 million. We've just done a little bit of bulk business, so let me run it through with you dead quickly. So we've sent out Thomas Aubrey on a 1-year loan deal to Aston Villa. We've sent out Alfonso Aurelio on a 2-year loan move to Borussia Dortmund. And we've just sold Luke Southwood for just under 2 million. We've also just sold Munoz for just under 29.5 million. And to replace Munoz at that left back position, we have brought in the Frenchman Adrien Truffert for just over 37 million. And it was time to say goodbye to Yaku Miete for just over 58 million. He's been an absolutely incredible player for us from the beginning to this point, but it was time to cash in on him and let him go. And to replace Miete, I've decided to recall Santiago Munoz off his loan a bit earlier. And after that transfer window, this is how we got the team looking, and the improvements are so clear, it's unbelievable. I did try my best to spend big on a striker, but all the strikers I had in mind were far too expensive. But then I remembered we'd got the likes of Dane Scarlett and Munoz on a loan, so I thought I may as well just bring in the youth talent that we've already got. And to be fair, Munoz is a bloody good player. 80 rated, I think he's 23 years old. He will skyrocket in overall. Obviously as well, we got Dane Scarlett coming back off his loan at the end of this season, so hopefully by the end of this season Dane Scarlett will be on the same level as Munoz. I do have incredibly high hopes for this season. With this team we should be aiming for that top 4 spot. As well as that, we are in the Conference League. We're in Group A, joined by FC 20, Besiktas and Djurgårdens IF, and quite frankly speaking, we have already done a rebuild in the Super League with Galatasaray, so we know Besiktas. We don't really have to worry about that, especially with the team that we've got. So realistically speaking, we should wipe the floor with this group. And as I predicted, nobody really even came close to us. FC 20 got 9 points, Djurgårdens got 5 points, and Besiktas finished rock bottom of Group A. We topped it without even losing a single game. That's how good we were. However, in the Premier League, we're not doing so good. We are 11th place at the minute. We've lost 8 games, drawn 5, won 7. But to be fair, a lot can happen in the second half of the season. What I think I need to do is focus on bringing a very good striker into the team. We needed a world-class striker, and we have got one. We have brought in the Dutchman Don Jalmalen away from Real Madrid for just under 76 million. And this is how we got the team looking after that transfer window. This team needs to be in that top 4 by the end of the season. There's absolutely no excuse why this team shouldn't be in the Champions League next season. It would be an absolute sham if we don't make it. Really, the only place we need to improve is maybe bringing in another right back, maybe bringing in another keeper, but apart from that, this team is good to go. At the very least this season, I want to win the Europa Conference League. How we finished 14th in the league this season is an absolute joke. what in God's name have we been playing at this season? We've got an absolutely incredible squad, and we aren't even reaching the top 10. This needs to improve next season, otherwise we are in the shit. Meanwhile, it was Liverpool won the FA Cup, Chelsea won the Carabao Cup. The moment of truth, did we at least do well in the Conference League? Let's take a look. Yes, come on! Okay, so somehow, after finishing 14th in the league, we have made it to the Europa League next season by winning the Europa Conference League. We battered Celtic in the final 3-1, so it's not all bad news, I suppose. United won the Europa League. This just feels wrong on so many levels. Considering I spent all that money on Marlon this season, he hasn't paid me back in the slightest. He scored 3 goals in 12 games. And then you got Munoz scoring 30 goals and assisting 6 in 53 games. That is what you want in a striker, not what Marlon's doing. I actually don't want to have Marlon in the team next year. I might sell him again, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. Hopefully next season is the season we can get Champions League, because with the team that we've got, we need to be in there. So we begin this season with just over 61 million. And our first signing of this season is bringing in a brand new right back by the name of Gertrude for just over 44 million. Meanwhile, we have just sent out Alice Francois on a 1-year loan deal. And we have yet again sent Dane Scarlett out on a 1-year loan deal. And this is how we got the team lining up after that transfer window's come to an end. I'm hoping for a far better season this time. If we don't, then I genuinely would not know what to do. I mean, the team is ready for European competition at the highest standard in the Champions League. But if we can't perform in the Premier League, it just isn't going to happen. We do have a good chance, though, with the Europa League this time, but there's no guarantee that we'll actually win that. I'm not going to lie. We should absolutely kill this group like we did last year. Well, we didn't quite storm it how I thought we would, but we still managed to make it through to the next round of the Europa League. Trabzonspor did top the table, however, 12 points, we were on 11. The other two teams didn't really put up much of a fight, in fairness. They were nowhere near us when it comes to the points. So we are in the prelim round up against Braga. We should have that game in the bag, surely to God. This is a much better start to the season. We're 7th in the league. We're on the right track for top 4. Arsenal are top of the league. What is going on in this rebuild? First, they won the Champions League last season. Now the top of the league. Oh, no. It's just wrong. And this is how we got the team lining up after that transfer window. We didn't really do all that much. I want to save all of that for next season. But there's one player that's sticking out in particular for me. Aljaria. We've had this guy from the beginning. I can't remember what rating he was exactly, but he's now 89 rated at 29 years old. I really want to get the Champions League final before he retires. Adora Bayoyo has come on leaps and bounds since we bought him in that first season as well. He's been with us for so long. Honestly, next season, I reckon we got a very, very good chance to get into that Champions League. Surely to God we have. So we end the season 2nd place, only 3 points behind the team that just shall not be named. We were very, very goddamn close to winning the bloody Premier League. If we hadn't have had such a shit start to the season, realistically speaking, we could have done a little bit better. We'd have absolutely won this league by a country mile by this point. Meanwhile, United won the FA Cup. They won another trophy. Valencia won the Europa Conference League, and now it is time to see if we did win the Europa League. Come on, boys. Come on. Come on! We won the Europa League. Right, let's just take a look. Now, we started all the way in the prelim round, so let's go to the prelim round. We battered Braga 5-0. Where are we? We beat Trabzonspor 4-0 on aggregate. Fair play. We then had to beat Chelsea. We beat them 4-3 on aggregate, and we beat... Oh my dick. We beat Bayern Munich in the semi-final. We have got to have a good chance of winning the Champions League next season. And obviously, we did beat Marseille in the final. This is looking good for next season. And Olympique Lyon pulled up a shocking upset, beating PSG to win the Champions League. Marlon had a much better season this year, but I think I might sell him next season. I think I'm going to give Munoz a go because he's gone up to 86 rated. He's younger than Marlon, so it wouldn't just make sense just to give him a chance over Marlon, wouldn't it? Let's be honest. Clarkson, 23 years old, 96 rated. We've just come to expect greatness from him. 89 rated, Ovi Ajaria. What a boy. Gareth Southgate, get on the phone, lad. Hopefully now that we are in the Champions League next season, we are looking at around about 80 to 120 million pound in the budget next season. We begin this season with a humongous amount of money in that transfer budget, 164.73 million. We are about to have some fun. I wanted to brush up on my defence a little bit, so we have brought in the French centre-back William Saliba for just over 82 million. And on top of that, we have brought in probably one of the best goalkeepers in the world at this moment in time. We have brought in the Brazilian goalkeeper from Manchester City, Edison, for 56.5 million. So we have managed to sell Marlon. We got 25.7 million from Real Madrid for for him, and we've also managed to get Kieran Tierney. And after that transfer window, this is how we got the team lining up. Munoz is back into that starting 11 where I realistically should have left him all that time. I'm an absolute doofus for actually buying another striker in his place, thinking it'd be the better option. Munoz should have stayed there the entire time. That is my bad. Do not come at me in the comments. Aljaria is officially 90 rated. This means one thing on FIFA. Potential don't mean shit if you can train them properly. The addition of Tierney, Saliba, Edison to this team, we have got an exceptionally good chance of winning the Champions League this season. Especially when you consider the fact that we beat Bayern Munich in the semi-finals of the Europa League last season to win the Europa League. There's no reason why we can't go all the way now. We are in Group D, joined by Dortmund, Galatasaray and Real Sociedad. Realistically speaking, it should be ourselves and Dortmund going through. I'm not too sure what the strength of the team of Real Sociedad's like. Galatasaray, I can't see that team being on the same level as Dortmund or Real Sociedad or ourselves even. But I'm hoping that we can quite easily storm this group. As I predicted, it was ourselves and Dortmund going through to the round of 16. It was quite tightly contested between ourselves, to be fair. There was only 1 point in it. I'm not really all that bothered, if I'm being honest. All I was bothered about was making it through to the round of 16, and we can take care of business from there. But having said that, let's take a look at our opponent, RB Leipzig. Oh, do you know what? I'll take an RB Leipzig. I mean, I would have liked Celtic, but RB Leipzig will do. We are storming the Premier League this time. It is about goddamn time we started playing like how good we actually are. And another thing as well, we have yet to lose a single game in 20 games in this season in the Premier League. Arsenal Invincibles, we're coming for you. And this is how the team looks after that transfer window, where we didn't do a damn thing. We didn't sell anyone, we didn't buy anyone, we didn't really have much money to spend, to be fair. But even if we did, what are you going to do to improve greatness? We are currently invincible. That is actually a testament to how good we are, because in FIFA you tend to lose games left, right and centre if you aren't careful, but we haven't lost a single game so far. Just before we go into the RB Leipzig round of 16 tab, by the way, Clarkson is 1 rated off 99 rated. We've only ever hit a 99 rated player once in this rebuild series. Let's make it a twice. RB Leipzig, the team that we've actually got a career mode with. I will leave the link to that in the description if you want to go watch that, but nevertheless, this is the rebuild of Reading, so that's what we'll focus on right now. RB Leipzig's team, I ain't gonna lie to you, it's actually really bang average considering they've made it to the round of 16. We should quite easily beat these guys. We are at Reading's home stadium, Select Car Leasing Stadium. I did double check that on Google, by the way. I'm not making that up. Hopefully we can get the W going into the second leg. We do quite comfortably win 2-1. Santiago Munoz with the brace. Why did we ever drop him from this team? I will never know, but we have got the advantage going into the second leg. All we need is a draw realistically, and we are into the quarterfinals. Actually, looking at that team now, that's actually a far superior team to what they fielded in the first leg. Maybe they underestimated us, and that is their mistake. We're going to go into this game confidence high. Let's get the W. We batter them 4-1 in their home ground, 6-2 overall. We are into the quarterfinals. The suspension curse has caught up with us. We have got our best centre-back and best right-back out on suspension for this first leg against Borussia Dortmund. I'm actually quite happy it's Dortmund we're playing against. If it was anybody bigger than these guys, it would be a massive issue. But we do have backup players that can more than fill those shoes for them. That is a decent thing about this. Also onto that, Clarkson is now officially 99 rated. We have done it officially for the second time in this rebuild series, getting a player to 99 rated. Come on, the boys. We are at home in the first leg. Hopefully the two suspensions don't make too much of a difference against Borussia Dortmund. It is 0-0 on the night. It is literally all to play for in that second leg. Thankfully, in the second leg, we have got our full strength squad back in the starting 11. So hopefully this time we do teach Dortmund how to play football. It's 0-0 on the night. We go into the second leg with confidence held high. Can we book our place in the semi-finals? We absolutely annihilate Dortmund. 3-0 on the night. Tosin, Tierney, McTominay getting the 3 goals that get us into the next round. Believe me when I say this is going to give me great joy. Absolutely destroying Arsenal. We've already played these guys about 3 or 4 times this season. We've won every single time. And this fills me with so much confidence going into this game. We're at home in the first leg against Arsenal. Come on, do not let me down, Reading. Do not let me down. Oh, for goodness sake. It's 2-2. Okay, it's 2-2. Fair enough. It's not all bad, I suppose. We're not losing going into the second leg, but in the second leg, we have to perform. The idea of losing to Arsenal right now genuinely makes me feel sick, man. 2-2 on aggregate. Come on, let's just finish them freaking off. and get our place. Come on! That is exactly what I wanted to see. 6-4 in aggregate, 4-2 on the night. Up yours, Arsenal. And it is the scumbags themselves that we face in the Champions League final. Atletico Madrid. I cannot wait to rip them apart. But before we enter the final themselves, you know the drill. We're going to check out how we've done elsewhere this season. Oh, you're kidding me? We lost 2 games. Arsenal do claim that title still, considering that's the only thing they can claim. But we did win the league, so that's a good thing. We also won the FA Cup, beating Brighton 3-2 in the final. Oh, you're kidding me. They beat us 2-1 in the Carabao Cup final. We were on for the quadruple. Cagliari won the Europa Conference League, and Osasuna won the Europa League. Oh my God. Santiago Munoz got 61 goal contributions in 64 games this season. This man is a joke of a player. Clarkson, 99 rated. 36 goal contributions, 64 games. Algeria, 91 rated, 30 years old, one of the OGs of this rebuild. He has been here from season 1 all the way to now. We have kept him in the team, and I'm bloody buzzing that we managed to do so. Atletico's team is actually quite interesting. They haven't got any of the big names in this team. Their team's always all over the place, isn't it? Let's be honest. Shirky is actually a pretty decent player. Thuram, I swear, is a central midfielder. Martinelli's at right back and Lodi's at left mid. But nevertheless, it is time to play the final. It is Reading versus Atletico Madrid at the Arena au Schalke in the Champions League final. I can't believe it's been 15 minutes in and there's not been a single chance created yet. Oh, no, speaking of that. No. Oh, Edison. What a... No! You've got to be fucking with me. You've got to be fucking with me. There's not many teams I would say I genuinely despise. But Atletico Madrid is at the top of that list. Oh, my God. What is going on? Why are we so split apart? This is a load of shit, this is. Right, Chong's on the ball. He's going to go all the way here. He's going to go all the way. Oh, my God. Talking about waking up, he woke up, smelt the coffee, and then drank it. We all want a piece. Come on, the boys. Oh my God, you've got to be shitting me. What a tackle. Oh my God, what? No. Don't you dare. Don't you, good lad. What a... He's made 2 saves in the space of 5 seconds there. Both very good. Can my guy on the wing make a freaking run, for God's sake? Oh my God. Has he got that in the end? We found Chong. Chong on his left. Piss off, our black. Right. We have got Munoz on the ball. Can we find Clarkson? We can. We're going to take Martinelli out of the game. Chong, for God, get there, you stupid lanky prick. That is half time, and we are 1 apiece with that Atletico Madrid, unfortunately. Hopefully in the second half we can actually start playing football. Oh my days. If we can get the ball out. Oh, it's too late. Munoz, release it quicker. Oh, no. Piss off.
Oh, sorry.
Come on, Jackson. Find that ball in. Beautiful. Munoz, nip. Oh, you've got to be... I thought that was in. Right, Chong is on the ball. Can we get a counter-attack underway? We found Munoz. Munoz, he's got the pace to go all the way. He's got the pace. Come on, use that. Oh, what a banger of a right foot. What a shot, and what a freaking goal that was. 2-2 we make it. Just over 20 minutes left. This game is all open. Oh, you've got to be shitting me. You've got to be shit. Oh, my God. What a save from Edison. I genuinely thought that was it then. Oh, no. No, not like this. Not like this. No, thank God for that. Our defense has actually woken up a bit now. Munoz, find that ball. Find it. There we go. This is it. This is it. Piss off, is Martin. Are you joking me? Kieran Tierney. He's on the ball. He's found Clarkson. Clarkson has found Chong. Chong. Munoz. Munoz. Back to Tierney. Tierney, can he find Munoz? Please. Oh, come on. Last minute. Oh, no. Get it out. Oh, you little wastemans. We go into extra time. 2 apiece. Quite frankly, Atletico Madrid are very goddamn lucky it's going to extra time, because I feel like we've annihilated them in this game. Come on, lads. Do not lose to frickin' Atletico Madrid. Oh, no. No, not like this. Not like this. You've got to be fucking kidding me! Do you know what? They always just get that one attack, don't they? They get that one chance and they just take advantage of it. We'll have 5 of those chances and only get 1 goal. They'll have 1 chance like that and they'll get 1 goal. We could not have started extra time any worse if we freaking tried. Algeria is through here. Algeria, near post. Oh, we are destroying Atletico at the minute. Oh, Algeria, finish time! Come on! We've got to be pressing higher than this, for God's sake. We're losing. And that's the end of the first half in extra time, and we are somehow losing 3-2. I cannot explain how fucking angry I am right now. They've genuinely got everything I hate in a team. Atletico Madrid and Arsenal players. Right, come on. We've got 1 chance, man. We've got 1 shot. Right, come on. There it is. There's the chance. There is the chance. Do not mess this up. Come on! Thank God for that. Oh my God. That's all we needed. That's all we needed. Oh my days. Thank the Lord for that. It is about damn time that actually worked. We've done it enough times in this game, but thankfully, when it mattered the most, we have made it count. Right. Come on, let's try to do the exact same thing. Exact same thing. Please tell me he's onside. If he's onside, this is it. This is it. Biggest moment of the game. Oh my God, we've done it. We've actually gone and done it exactly the same way. We've mirrored the very first goal. What in God's name is Clarkson doing and celebrating like that? We've just mirrored the exact same goal twice in a row. Oh my God. Now we're going to have to defend for our lives, because Atletico Madrid are going to press like their lives depend on it. Here we go. Munoz. Exactly the same thing. Gertrude, should we take it to the corner? Should we play Atletico Madrid at their own game? I think we should, you know. I think we should take it to the corner and just let the time run down. Come on, boys. Come on. Give me a little bit of a challenge. Come on. This is not like what I saw against you guys, against Man City. And that is it. We have finally done it. Reading are officially European champions. It took us 7 goddamn seasons. We did it the hard way. We took it to extra time against Atletico Madrid, but we win 4-3 on the night. Oh my god. That was tough. That was probably the toughest final I have had so far doing this rebuild series. I swear to god. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, smash the hell out of that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you never miss a video that I upload. It's been your boy Goodwin. I hope you guys have a fantastic afternoon, and until next time, I'll see you later.